Hi there, I'm Miss Boward. Today I will be telling you some interesting things about Maryland, the great old Line State, located in the Mid-Atlantic region of the United States. I hope that after viewing this presentation, you have a better understanding of Maryland history, heritage, and culture. On June 20th, 1632, King Charles I of Great Britain granted the Maryland Charter to Cecilius Calvert, the man pictured here. Cecilius Calvert was the son of George Calvert, who was the man who first sought a charter for Maryland. He died before the charter was given, hence it was given to his son. On March 25th, 1634, 140 British settlers arrived in Maryland, aboard the Ark and the Dove. The settlers established St. Mary's City, pictured here. St. Mary's City was Maryland's first state capital. Annapolis eventually became the capital, but St. Mary's continued to thrive due to agriculture through the 1800s. During the War of 1812, the British Navy targeted Baltimore, Maryland because of its harbor. Fort McHenry, pictured here, played a vital role in defending Baltimore's harbor during British advances in September of 1814. It was during this battle that Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. During the Civil War, the Battle of Antietam was fought in Washington County, Maryland. It was the bloodiest single-day battle in American history with 23,000 casualties. During World War II, Marylanders worked together, a stark contrast to the Civil War, to help the Allies. Many institutions created to aid the war effort still exist today in Maryland. Maryland's state flag contains the family arms of both the Calvert and Crossland families. Calvert, represented by the gold and the black, was the last name of the founder of Maryland, as discussed earlier in the presentation. Crossland, represented by the red and the white, was the family name of Cecilius Calvert's grandmother. Maryland's state flower is the black-eyed Susan, perhaps due to its similar coloration as the Calvert family arms. The Baltimore Oriole is Maryland's state bird and also has colors similar to the Calvert arms. The Chesapeake Bay Retriever is Maryland's state dog because the breed originated in Maryland's Chesapeake Bay region during the 19th century. The three counties that compose the western region of Maryland are Garrett, Allegheny, and Washington. This region is defined by the Appalachian Mountains, with an agricultural economy supporting many of the quaint and charming towns in this area. The larger towns in this region include Cumberland, Frostburg, and Hagerstown. The Capital Region is made up by Frederick, Montgomery, and Prince George's counties. This region gets its name due to its proximity to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. The Capital Region is always bustling due to metros and beltways, but it is also home to many historical sites. Major cities in this region include Frederick, Bethesda, Silver Spring, and Bowie. The Central Region is made up of Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Carroll, Hartford, and Howard counties, as well as Baltimore City. It is known for its rolling landscape, perfect for horse farms, and for its proximity to the Chesapeake Bay. Major towns and cities in this region include Annapolis, Columbia, and Westminster. The three counties that compose the southern region of Maryland are Calvert, Charles, and St. Mary's. This region of Maryland is known for its natural beauty created by the Potomac and Patuxent rivers, as well as the Chesapeake Bay. There are many inviting waterside towns in this region. Large towns in this region include Prince Frederick, Waldorf, Leonardtown, and Lexington Park. The eastern shore of Maryland is made up by Caroline, Cecil, Dorchester, Kent, Queen Anne, Somerset, Talbot, Wycomico, and Worcester counties. It is a waterman's haven nestled between the Chesapeake Bay and Atlantic Ocean. Days here include sailing, crabbing, and strolling along the beach. Major towns in this region include Salisbury, Ocean City, and Easton. Maryland has a wide array of plants. Common plants found throughout Maryland include the sturdy silver maple tree, beautiful wild columbine, vivid cone flowers, and wild cattail. Some vegetation in the state is specific to certain regions in Maryland due to the contrast in climate between regions. A multitude of animals call Maryland home as well. The eastern cottontail rabbit can be found hopping through gardens. Black bears commonly frequent the wooded areas of Maryland. Diamondback terrapins swim freely throughout the Chesapeake Bay. Little brown bats do us a favor at night by eating pesky creatures such as gnats and mosquitoes. Maryland Maryland's economy is highly diversified. There are many federal agency headquarters located in Maryland, such as the National Institutes of Health. There are many biotechnology companies in Maryland too. Many of these corporations perform national research. Additionally, Maryland is home to many institutions affiliated with national defense. Agriculture plays a significant role in Maryland's economy as well. Much of Maryland's total land area is farmland. Corn is one of Maryland's major crops. Peach orchards blanket the valleys of western Maryland. Blue crabs, which are abundant in Maryland, are a highly sought treat. Finally, poultry farms are a common sight on Maryland's eastern shore. Annapolis is Maryland's state capital. You can see the dome of Maryland State House in this photograph. Maryland's state government is modeled after the national government with an executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch. County governments also play a role in Maryland's government operations. One famous native of Maryland is Thurgood Marshall. He was born in Baltimore in 1908. After graduating from Howard University Law School, Marshall became the chief counsel for the NAACP. President Johnson nominated Marshall to the Supreme Court in 1967. Marshall is best known for his stance on civil rights and criminal procedure. Another famous native of Maryland is Harriet Tubman. She was born in 1820 in Dorchester County to slave parents. She escaped from slavery in 1849 using the Underground Railroad. For many years after her own escape, Tubman returned to Maryland and elsewhere to help other slaves escape to freedom. Maryland is home to many major athletic teams. The Baltimore Orioles are a Major League Baseball team whose team mascot is the state bird. The Baltimore Ravens are a Major League Football team. The Washington Redskins are another Major League Football team that calls Maryland home. The Redskins Stadium is in Prince George's County. Thank you for listening to this presentation about Maryland. I hope that you learned something new about Maryland's history, heritage, and culture. Here are my photograph citations in the order they appear in the presentation. My content information citations are at the very end.
His torches